He threw that off. And after he threw that off, he was just able to open that door. See the little bird claw marks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The big bird claw marks is up here, see? Here. Here the baby, that's some little ones, eh? And he got the door open and went inside of my cupboard. Inside here. There's her claw marks right there, see? And right there, she tried to open the cupboard, but she didn't know how to. There's her marks right there again. But that's her claw marks right there, trying to open that cupboard.
How old is that? Recently?
Last year, last spring. And she took my stuff out of here. She took a can of soup like that, put it over here. I had salmon. She put one can of salmon there and a can of tomatoes. But I guess she couldn't find the can opener, so she didn't bother eating it. And she left it here. And that's and that's what usually happens here. I have a what am I going to do here?
What is that?
That's called that devil paintbrush. That's good medicine for the eyes. You see, when you break those things, there's just like milk in there. And you put that on your fingers and you put that in your eyes. It's good for your eyes. This guy, see, they're not ready yet, see? That's Murdoch. It looked like a birch leaf.
Right. That's ironwood.
That's ironwood, but the tree looks like a maple, see?
Okay.
Okay, and if you remember that, that's the leaf. It looks like a birch leaf, but the bark looks like maple. That's ironwood. That's what you're looking for.
Is that medicine?
That is good for the heart. Now, in order.
Now, the leaf?
No, you cut that tree. I cut some off here. See? See the stump? See that stump over there?
Yeah.
You see that? I cut that off and took 2 4-foot lengths. And because it was a female tree and they need that heart inside of that tree for that heart treatment. That's Murdoch, but you use the bottom root.
So poison, if someone drank poison.
If somebody gets poisoned, you take that right away. See that green stuff there? You peel that right up right away, see? You peel the outside bark first. You don't need much to make a cupful anyways. And you boil that right away. Try it a bit if you want. But a lot of people say, oh, it's right here. A lot of people say, oh, that's horrible tasting stuff. It may be horrible tasting stuff, but you save your life. It makes you puke up everything that you had swallowed. But there's your yellow birch tree.
Okay.
Well, you cut that down, but I would cut the limbs off here. That limb, and just take the bark, inside bark, peel the outside bark out, keep the inside bark. And then you make that tea. And you give it to the person who is sick, you give them that to drink. This stuff here too is good, baby breath. You see that? They call it, that's good, that's the one I made for that young girl. You boil them roots for 10 or 15 minutes.
Baby's breath roots?
Yeah, baby breath roots.
Yeah.
And it's for that disease, itching disease, eczema. It's good for eczema. Well, I have to say it was my grandmother. And my grandmother's name was Marie. Gage Gojing was her native name. But when she married to my grandfather, Thomas Agawa. But people say they were known as Thomas Agawa and my grandmother told me that his name was not Aguayo because it sounded like Mexican, eh? We're woodland Ojibways. And she said that our real native name was Aguias. Had something to do with a portion of meat. And my grandmother taught us a lot of things that we had to know. Taught us how to snare rabbits. Taught us how to catch a partridge. People, I remember that. I tell my grandchildren now, we never used a gun in those days to catch partridge, rabbits. And today I think about that. My dad taught us lots what we know today about the bush too. How to survive. My dad used to bring us out to the bush. And if we were going today, he'd say to me, you take us where you want to go. You lead. So that's what is something to become a leader. I guess he knew that. And the next time we come, he tell my brother Percy, okay, now it's your turn, you lead. So that's how we became well-known hunters. I put my tobacco down when I go hunting, he told us that. Thank the Creator for that animal giving his own life for us to survive. Moose, deer. Like I said earlier, partridge and rabbits are easy to catch. Yes, they do.
And so they are learning where...
Yes, they are, and they're learning their own language again, which is really good. Now, when they go to I call urban schools within the cities itself, now they have to teach our young ones. They got to teach them that language, and that's a good thing because my grandchildren learn that language and they pick it up pretty quick as young people, and that's very good. When they come out here, they ask me different kinds of things, and I try my best of what I know to tell them. I don't steer them wrong on it because they're serious enough to learn. You ought to be serious enough to teach them what you know, and I teach them lots here. But yeah, this is my grandfather and them was pretty good on both sides of my family. Even the grandfather that my mother's dad, he was very good to us.
He was a medicine man?
He was just a very good native.
Yeah.
His dad was Ben Riel.
Mm-hmm.
That man spoke 9 languages. And I used to wonder, how in the heck could that guy learn 9 languages around here? We don't have every one of those nationalities. But apparently when he was a young boy, he got on those he got on a boat. I guess he went around the world, I don't know, to Russia, he went all over New Zealand, Australia. Mm-hmm. And I guess this is how he learned all those languages. When he came back, he was supposed to have been 21 years of age, so he left when he was 13. So he did have time to learn languages, and he could speak Russian, he could speak Finnish, Swede.
He traveled the world?
He traveled somewhere because he didn't learn that over here. You know, there's nobody here that I remember him talking to old Russian guys that own stores over here, and he talked to guys that own hardware stores, and there were Finland people, and Swedes. Mm-hmm. Even today, there's an old guy in Wawa. He'll come down in the spring of the year, but he'll call me 2 weeks ahead of time to go and pick him some of them poplar buds. Mm-hmm. And I put them in a burlap bag for him because if you put it in plastic, it's no good. It don't breathe it.
Right.
And you're ruining the native medicines.
Right.
So I usually put it in a burlap bag for him, and he makes tea and he drinks that as a healing tonic for himself. I've tried it. It tastes very good, but I drink a lot of silver white birch here. Mm-hmm. I drink those buds. I make tea out of that in the spring. Boy, that's good tea. People don't know what they're missing. It's good for your whole system.
Cleans you out?
It doesn't clean you out. It's just good for your whole body system. It helps the veins, they say. It helps the heart beat at that time of the year. And that's, when people tell you that, you have to listen. Last winter, February, I was in here. 17 days I stayed in that cabin right there. I had a snare set down in the corner over there. Uh-huh. I'd walk around on my snowshoes over there, See that big birch tree over there by itself? Right
yeah,
there, yeah?
yeah.
I come out there every day, every morning. I go and check all my snares and that. I come home with 7, 8 rabbits.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to eat 7 or 8 rabbits a day, but I used to clean them all up and bring them down to the elders over there. Next day, clean them all up nice, put them in a thing, and they freeze up nice overnight.
Yeah.
Walk by these, I better go out and give some to Mary, give some to my Aunt Lizzie, and the other old guy down the road over there at the end of the dock mat. Hook that up. That's a good meal. A lot of times the old people call me today. You got any partridge? Yeah. Boy, bring it down. Oh, I'm sick. Okay, I'll bring it down. Sometimes they tell me, what are you doing tonight at 4 o'clock, 4:30? And I might be going home. Well, why don't you stay down and come and have some soup with me? Never refuse that. Say no. Because you know you might never get another chance. Them people might be gone tonight. They might be gone tomorrow. I never say no to them.